We're coming down Des Plaines just off of 18th Street, and we're going to come up on a large open space on the right, which is the Jefferson Play Lot. So we're now standing on Des Plaines, just north of 18th Street. We're outside the new and improved Jefferson Play Lot, which is a Chicago Park District park that's in the process of being completely redone. It's kind of in the final stages at the moment. You can see the new play equipment's here. The staking has been done for the sidewalks. The equipment's in there preparing for landscaping. This was a small neighborhood play lot. It ran simply between Des Plaines and Jefferson, which is about 250 feet to the east. What the city did was they took over a portion of Jefferson Street and 9 city lots on the east side of the street and have expanded the park clear across the street. If you were to enter Jefferson from either 18th or 16th, you would now find a brand new cul-de-sac. So they've effectively doubled the size of the park, completely redone the infrastructure, all new facilities, all new landscaping, all new lighting. Again, a commitment by the city.
Historic kind of lighting looking there.
Again, though, I think a commitment by the city to embrace this area. This is a small residential pocket that exists at the crossroads of the University Village area, Roosevelt, which is a main commercial thoroughfare, the South Loop, Pilsen. This little area that's surrounded this park has for a long time been residential. Our development, which you can see at the north end of the street, is an extension of something that was already here that's continuing to evolve and continuing to improve. Just coming off the corner of 16th Street and Des Plaines, just came past the park. We're at Union Row, so took a little bit of a circuitous route to get here. We're going to now go a couple other directions, south and west and south and east, and talk about a few of the other things that are of interest in the neighborhood.
And we're seeing a wall of University Village mid-rises.
We are just
up ahead of us.
Not more than a block away. Coming up here on the corner of 16th and Halsted, again, one of the lesser known things. The space right here on the corner is actually a brand new Waldorf elementary school. Parent-run school that just opened up this fall with its first class. It's fed by the City Garden preschool, which is a Waldorf preschool on 19th Street, a couple blocks west of Halsted. So it's envisioned to have a consistent group of students that can segue right out of the preschool into a facility still in the neighborhood. It's already drawing people who bring their children down here. Long term, they look to establish some roots, maybe in their own building at some point. So one of the things, again, people just don't understand. There are viable options for everything, from school to commercial and everything in between. We're going to take a right here on 18th Street, looking south down Halsted. It was the Pilsen Arts District we drove through. We're now getting into more of the historic Pilsen area. Right here on the corner is Simone's, which is the latest night spot to open up in the neighborhood. Eclectic mix of people from east, west, north, and south kind of coming together. This is a nice neighborhood that seems to bring people together. There's an amazing tour a couple months ago by the 18th Street Development Corporation that did a restaurant tour where you could buy a ticket for $20 and get sampling at 28 different local restaurants. A lot of people know the Mexican food in this area, which is phenomenal, but there have been some other things that have come in of recent, including here at the corner of Racine and 18th Street is the newly expanded Honky Tonk Barbecue, a place I've eaten at many times. Immediately to the west of that, Joe, maybe you know more about this historic building. Is Restaurante Al Teatro?
Talia Hall, I think it is.
It is. A well-known building in the area. That's a brand new Italian restaurant.
It was originally a Bohemian gathering club, I think, and kind of a lavishly decorated and ornate place on the inside with a lot of history to it. It's a Chicago landmark.
Okay.
You're going to see one of the great Chicago streetscapes. Beautiful late 19th century buildings. Because the architecture, to many people, is one of the great draws of Pilsen, of the whole Pilsen neighborhood.
You know, this is an incredibly vibrant area. One that I think people have misconceptions about in terms of what's here. The restaurants are incredible. The architecture is incredible. Proximity to the city. Lots of things make this an interesting place.
The sun is not favoring us today, but this is really a very dramatic and very interesting old Chicago streetscape along here, with a row of interesting, good restaurants. La Esperanza. Pilsen is also famed, and we haven't seen much of it lately, for its murals. There's a lot of public art to be found in Pilsen, and also the Mexican Heritage Art Museum.
Yeah.
Near the park, not far from here, which is constantly putting on one interesting show after another.